Um, on the nutrition piece, I know you've shared this on your Instagram. I don't think we talked about it on our last one, but given that it popped up, actually while you were in Japan, I wanted to ask you about some of the struggles and issues you've had with diet and that kind of diagnosis and what that means for your training, and actually like tell a bit of the story of what happened
Yeah.
in Japan and how just mentally tough you are to navigate that in a foreign country. What, 3, 4 days, 4 or 5 days before the race? Yeah.
Yeah. So I have chronic pancreatitis. Um, I've had it my whole life. It was acute pancreatitis pretty much my whole life. Um, but it was diagnosed as chronic. I tested for the hereditary gene. There's no cure for it. The basically the only thing you can do is eat completely plain. I can have 40 grams of fat a day and that's it. And I can't have fried foods, I can't drink, I mean, there's a lot of limiters. And it's very hard to be just a social person in general. Like it really is. I mean, I hate being that person at the restaurant that's like, oh, can I just have a plain chicken breast on bread? But I am that person, and it's very hard. It's been a struggle, but um, I mean, my kids will even question, like, Mom, I don't think you can have that. And it was really great having my oldest son in Germany with me because he was able to actually translate a lot to the waiters and tell them, like, my mom can't have this. I mean, even though they were, you know, they can speak American, like, she can't have food cooked this way.
Yeah.
Um, and that helped me a lot. But in Tokyo, I brought 2 bags of bagels. I brought a lot of my own food because I knew that it was going to be hard. You know, everyone's like, oh, go to Tokyo, eat all the food. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to eat
Yeah.
any of the food,
Yeah.
but okay.
Especially all the fish based stuff, right? With the fats, the omegas and
Yeah.
the
So, I mean,
yeah.
really, like, I can't have a lot of food. But luckily, I can have carbs for the majority. Like, I can have bagels. And, like, even when you say, like, between doubles, eat one meal, like, I really can't just eat one meal. I have to eat, like, lots of small meals throughout the day, but I know my body and I know how to do that now. So we went out the second night we were there and we went to a ramen place. And it's a big thing in Tokyo to go to it's very quiet in there. And for some reason in my mind, I was thinking ramen here in the United States where you just, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking I have noodles all the time because I
Yeah,
have plain
noodles and
noodles.
water. Yeah,
I
yeah.
have plain noodles on Friday night. Just boil them. That's like my carb load. It's so boring, but that's what I have. So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, it's just noodles, not a big deal. Um, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was in so much pain. And I don't have a gallbladder, so because that had to be taken out because
Yeah.
of the pancreatitis. So my stomach, my back, a big indicator is when your shoulder, like you can't feel your arm. So
Okay.
I laid there for about an hour, tossed and turned, got up, walked around. I couldn't take my medication that I usually take for it when I do have an attack. In the United States, like if I have an attack here, they want me to go to the hospital so they can put fluids in me, and give me medicine. And then I have a spasm medication and a pain medication. I couldn't actually take that to Japan because Japan
Oh
has
wow.
big rules against certain medications coming into Japan.
Okay.
So I could take neither of those medications into Japan. Um, so I was like walking around like, what am I gonna do? I woke my husband up and I'm like, I think we need to go to the ER. And this isn't his first go around with this. And he's like, okay, let's think about what they give you when you are sick at home. Luckily, the middle of the night there was daytime here. I,
Daytime.
I called my doctor, who I've been with for a very long time. He gave me like a quick antidote of what to do. I had to sleep on my left side, like head down, take Benadryl, take some pain medicine. It was really, it was scary. And then the
Yeah.
next day we went to the expo and we went a little bit later because I wasn't feeling good in the morning. I was supposed to have my last like tune-up workout. I skipped
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Um, and we were standing in line to pick up my gear and I felt like very sick, like I was going to pass out. I don't even know if I told you this. I had to
No.
leave the line because I got really white. Justin thought I was going to get, my husband thought I was going to get sick. And I went and sat in the corner. And they don't have like drinks like expo. Most expos give you like
Yeah.
drinks and stuff. The Tokyo Expo is nothing like that. Tokyo in general is just such a weird race. But um, I had to sit in the corner and just pray to God that I wasn't going to pass out. And
Yeah.
it was scary. And that was Thursday, and I was racing on Sunday.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that part. I got the text that you had the attack and you guys were navigating it. But yeah. How did you um I mean, obviously at that point in the expo and what's going on, you're just thinking about survival, not about the race or anything. But coming out of that, like, Friday, Saturday, how did you navigate dealing with that, being fearful of eating? What if it happens again, like ahead of the race? Like, we didn't talk too much about that afterwards because I have full trust in you on that side. And there was nothing I could do to help anyways, other than say, don't do your shakeout workout. But how did you navigate that kind of, you know, for lack of a better term, like probably really shitty mental place to be a couple days before in a
It
foreign
was.
country?
It was
Clearly.
really scary because generally they tell you, again, like my doctor now is says anytime you have an attack, you need to go to the ER. Like not
Yeah.
the urgent care, the ER. You need to be
Yeah.
admitted. You need to have fluids, IV fluids. I wasn't doing that because I knew if I went to the hospital, I wasn't getting out. I'm in
Yeah.
Tokyo. I'm running this marathon. I'm getting my 6 star. That's kind of where my headset, my head space was. But at the same time, Thursday is when I needed to start my carb loads. I'm like, oh man, okay, how am I going to do this? And so I just had bagels. And I'm being really serious when I say like I had 12 bagels, plain.
Oh God.
And that is, I mean, each one is like 56 grams of carbs. And I was
Yeah.
just like, okay, we're gonna have bagels. And then I found like in
Did you
our hotel,
toast them?
what?
Did you toast them or just straight up?
No, they
Oh
didn't have a toaster. So I was just in my room, I just had plain
God.
plain bagels. I had so I had some pretzels that I brought with me. I had some graham
Yeah.
crackers. I didn't have the graham crackers until I want to say like Saturday because I was still so
Okay.
scared. I was so scared.
Yeah.
It was like water and bagels. And then we found like in our restaurant in our hotel, they would make plain noodles
Oh,
without butter. So that's really what it is like I
yeah.
have to have plain noodles without butter.
Yeah.
So the night before the race I had 2 bowls of plain noodles without butter and they were able to make it for me, thank
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
So that was my meal before, but it was really scary because generally they tell you to go on a complete like water kind of a fasting diet for
Yeah.
a day or two after you have an attack, and I knew I couldn't do that. And generally, people with chronic pancreatitis lose a ton of weight because they can't eat fat and all these things. Well, I can't do that. I have to eat a lot of food as a
Yeah.
marathoner. So it's really figuring out what I can eat. I eat the same things basically every day, but in a foreign country, it was really hard to just find chicken and or just normal things for me to
Yeah.
eat. So yeah, 12 bagels. I mean,
Wow. Good for you. I can't even get through one plain bagel with nothing on it. So kudos.